it must be Wednesday. Let's open my camera here over on StreamYard too. Hi, everybody. Who's here? Say hello. Just say hello. Let me know where you are in the world. And why is this? I have to move this. I have to get rid of this somehow to see the whole thing. Aha. Click. Add to stream. Yeah. But I want to get rid of this. I've had this before. Are you guys on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter actually seeing me or seeing just a slate? Tell me in your comments. Let me go to your comments and see what's what. Can't post comments due to some destinations. That's fine. Let me know if you can see me because I can't see me, which is kind of weird. Hello, Panama City. Oh, it's just a slate. Okay, so what could I be doing wrong? Studio. There I am. Yay! I did it. Okay. Do you like my shirt? Thank you, Instagram. There's my shirt. You know, I like it because it came in like a female size. So it has a little waist on it. I have another one that's absolutely bright yellow, which I was going to wear, but it's kind of makes me look like a box. And so I didn't want to wear that one. But we all should support the cause. You can go to, I think I ordered it from blacklivesmatter.com or something. Okay, so hi, everybody. I want to talk about our food and our mood. But before I do, now that I'm on the live stream, and now let me go over to the comments from Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Let me know where you are. I like to find out what cities you're in. I just see Panama City so far. What do we got up here? Who we got on Instagram? See, I have to have the two cameras, right? I have the one down here on StreamYard that goes on 2 Facebook pages, and Twitter and YouTube and maybe LinkedIn. I'm not sure if LinkedIn is with me now. And then also Irvine. Hello, Elizabeth from Irvine. How are you? And then I have Instagram up here on my phone. Hello, Miami. Good to see you. Where else do we got? Do I have to reload the comments here or they just show up? Okay, so I want to talk about food and our mood. And there has been a lot of research to show that bacteria in our gut can actually impact our thinking, our moods, and there's some speculation that early life events like, oh, hello, Scott from Fiji, I'm coming to visit. Oh, and Malaysia, hello. And so early life experiences like taking too many antibiotics or trauma can actually change the developing brain. And there is some research that says that problems like bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, could be caused by alterations in the gut bacteria. But for the rest of us, you should know this. That important neurotransmitter, serotonin, the one that helps regulate not only mood, but sexuality and a bunch of other things, 90% of it is manufactured in our gut. And we can actually grow a serotonin farm to help increase our mood. And if I am any guinea pig, I will tell you that, yes, absolutely, I have tried these things. So how do we do it? It's the gut-brain axis. Okay, so think of it this way. You're trying to make a garden in your gut, and you got to do it by planting some seeds, but you got to give the seeds some fertilizer. So the seeds would be foods that are high in probiotics, right? So hello, Montreal, Canada. How are you? Sydney, Australia. Good to see you. Hi from DC, Beverly Hills. Hi, Linda in Pasadena. Again, good to see you too. Okay, so let me go to, sorry, I'm just learning the tech thing. Okay, here's some probiotic foods. So if you're watching on Facebook or Twitter or where else? YouTube, you should be able to see this thing. So probiotic foods include plain yogurt, not one loaded with a lot of sugar, okay? Because the bad bacteria, their favorite food is sugar. So we don't want to feed them, right? Plain yogurt, kefir, cottage cheese, sauerkraut, kimchi, Kombucha. I drink kombucha every day of my life. Apple cider vinegar. Yeah, a little shot of apple cider vinegar and miso. It's funny, when I was pregnant, I craved miso soup so badly that I would stand outside the Japanese restaurant in my neighborhood at 11:30 when they were opening for lunch, just waiting for the doors to open so I could just have that miso. I don't know why. Just totally craved it when I was pregnant. So these are the probiotic foods that can help. Think of it as the seed that's going to help grow healthy bacteria in your gut. Okay. But as you know, you can't plant a seed and not give it water, fertilizer, and sunshine. And these what we call prebiotic foods. This is what this yummy bacteria needs in order to thrive in your gut. And let's see what we got here. Prebiotic foods. Oh, no. Oh, I messed up. Where's my prebiotic? Here they. Why isn't it showing? I'm clicking. That's probiotic foods. Oh, here we go. Now I'm clicking the right one. Okay, prebiotic foods. I hope you like them. Artichokes, leeks, onion, garlic, chicory, cabbage, asparagus, legumes, and even oats. I don't do oats because I'm low carb. But listen, one day last week, I had kind of a bad stomach. I had eaten something and I don't know what it was. And so I was reading, I took some probiotics. I took literally, I have some, in the fridge, live bugs in the fridge. The capsules, not bugs, but tiny bugs in there. And so I took some, and then I thought, I must give them some fertilizer. So I just sauteed in olive oil some leeks, onions, garlic, and asparagus because I happen to have it all. And it was good. Put salt and pepper on it. It was delicious. Honestly, my stomach was fine within hours. So there you go. Maybe it works. Did you know they're even testing out things where they do a microbiome transplant? Yeah, it's just like it sounds. They literally take somebody else's poop. Yeah, and they put it in the butt of another person. Anyway, it's used to treat all kinds of things. Well, obviously, repopulating the bacteria is good for all kinds of physical conditions, but they're also just researching how it can help on mental conditions. So I'm telling you, if you would like to improve your mood biologically, your gut bacteria are the key to feeling happy. So probiotics, and yeah, you could I do take live probiotics. Go to the fridge in Whole Foods or wherever you go, so they're actually live. And I even bring an ice pack to bring them home because I don't want the bugs to die on the way. Also, there are other ways to increase your serotonin besides tweaking your diet, which is an important one. Get consistent good sleep. Take vitamin D. Reduce your stress. Yeah, we know all this stuff, right? Go for a walk in the sunshine. Sunshine helps too. Get your vitamin D in there. So let me go back to probiotics in case you missed that one. There's your probiotic foods. Okay, so eat your way to feeling good. We are a biopsychosocial organism, meaning that our biology interacts with our social world, and our biology gets grown by everything else that we're eating and doing stuff. Okay, that's the lecture for Professor Walsh. Do you have any questions? You guys always have questions. Let me go to, I think I have to go to comments over here. Let me see what questions we have. Edmonds, Washington, hello. Bunny Cara says, just put all those ingredients into a blender and slam it. Yeah, just go for it. You could, but they're really good vegetables too. You could just eat them. They'd be really good. And hello, John Koulis. He was my daughter's 5th grade teacher. You do? You drink apple cider vinegar every day and you're having asparagus for dinner tonight. Yay. We've started a little trend the last few weeks, Jones and I, because, I've got one kid left in the nest and she's 17 and sits looking at her phone all day with her headset on. And I try to get her to talk to me in the evening. So there's a place we found that I am not going to say on a live stream because I don't want anyone to know where it is. It happens to be in a very windy place out on a cliff, and they serve food and beverages, and nobody goes there on weeknights. So we have a little tradition now after the live stream. We get in the car and we drive to this particular place, and you can guess all you want, but I'm not going to tell you where it is because I don't want to breathe anybody's breath. By the way, my fabulous Syrian bookkeeper, Burhan, sent me a text saying, I need your address. I have to send you some dates. I was doing a million things in the day. Address. Okay, so I just typed in my address, not thinking, send me some dates. And I'm thinking dates of when the tax returns due, date when I need to sign something, date when we need to get together so that I could hand him paperwork. What kind of date is he talking about? And then today, this box arrives. Here, Renee, I'll put your comments up. And I'm like, this is really beautiful. And I don't know why I received it. And I opened the card. This is just before I went on the live stream. And it says, thank you. It has Burhan's signature in there. I'm all excited. And I open it. And guess what it is? It is dates. Literally, dates. That kind of date. Really sweet, though. You know I'm low carb. Burhan, you're killing me. Low carb. Low carb. I don't know what he's thanking me for, by the way. Still unclear. But if you need an amazing bookkeeper accountant, send me a DM and I'll hook you up with Burhan. Okay, so that's my story for today. What else have we got in here? Oh, question from Renee. Is there a certain time of day to eat one or the other? Would it be wise to combine the pre and pro? Absolutely and absolutely. There's no time that's better. Okay. I'm going to say something really personal here. I take my probiotics right before I go to sleep. Makes my morning smooth, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So I like it to do its work during the night. And yes, in the middle of the night, when I wake up, I sometimes hear my stomach just gurgling and gurgling and gurgling because the probiotics are doing their work. They're getting rid of the bad stuff first thing. And yeah, we should be eating those healthy vegetables all the time anyway. Oh, it's an extra question. Nancy says, what blood tests can we take to learn how our gut is working, lacking in needs also for inflammation? I'm not a medical doctor. I have a PhD in clinical psychology. However, I teach health psychology at Cal State Channel Islands. I go to a cardiologist who specializes in women's heart health, and she does like a deep analysis every 90 days for me. And it's like 11 pages of blood work that she goes through line by line, and she can tell if, like, she's going to know that I had this date. Oh, there's a pit. There's a pit in there. So I don't know what the names of the actual ones, but she can tell my sugar level that's consistent and sugar that I just ate, etc. What's your net worth? Minus 120,000. I don't know. Funny questions. Any other questions? I don't see any questions coming in on Instagram. I suddenly stopped and froze. And usually Instagram is flying by. Can you guys send me some waves just to see if it's moving, or is it actually frozen? I think it actually is frozen. I don't know why, but I'm sorry, Instagram. I don't know if I'm still live. It says I'm live, but there are no comments moving, and usually they're flying with a bunch of hearts and waves, and it's just frozen. Hope that's okay. Okay. Any other questions before I move along? Someone asked me, Bunny's asked me about ASMR. I love ASMR. Oh no, that's been the net worth question. Here it is. ASMR. What does it stand for again? I've had it done to me. I've had years and years ago a therapist. It's like opening the circuit board of your brain. Your eyes go back and forth and they ask you questions. Oh, now I see Instagram starting to move again. So it's really good, particularly for early childhood trauma, especially kind of repressed memories. Although we have to be careful about using that thing about repressed memories, because there's been a lot of controversy, of course, that people have been convicted and gone to jail because of repressed memories, but really the therapist was kind of incentivizing them to say certain things. Yeah. Okay, here's a question about my favorite thing, which is, oh, where'd it go? They're coming so fast. Kareem asks, will you be restarting your podcast soon? Yes. Producer Brooke and I have been working on episodes. I think we have 4 in the can, and she wants to wait until we have 5 or 6 so that we can bang them out once a week and you'll get one. There's so much work. And also she's been needed in the newsroom a lot because there's a lot of news happening. Is it possible to take too much? Hi, Tim. How are you? Too much probiotics. Yeah. And the only side effect is diarrhea. So you back off on them if that happens. Yeah, pretty much. You're not going to hurt yourself with too much probiotics, in my opinion. Oh, someone said it seems like Instagram is down. Oh, what's happening to the world? Instagram is down. Crazy. Friday with Mateo, I don't know the answer to that question. Oh, and Scott said, oh, is that what that was? My kitty cat just walked across my keyboard. I was wondering why there were just all those letters. I'm trying to remember. Someone told me once that their cat walked across the keyboard and it spelled like their dead mother's name. Ooh. Okay, it can happen. And Friday with Mateo also says, people in Okinawa eat 2 sea veggies. No, seaweed's got it. I said the Japanese have healthy guts. Trust me, really, really healthy guts. However, here's the downside, because I think about how much they like their sake. Alcohol kills the good bugs. Yeah. So that's the real reason why I take lots of probiotics and eat lots of prebiotic food, the fertilizer. Because, every once in a while, I like to have a glass of something. I don't do wine anymore. It gives me a headache. I'm a tequila girl. Okay, any more comments? Any more questions about healthy, happy food and mood? We should talk a little bit about COVID and how everybody's eating habits seem to be such a mess right now. You see, when we had structure to our day, where we got up at a certain time, we went to work at a certain time, we ate these 3 meals a day. By the way, that prescription is not okay for everybody. There's some people who eat once a day. Some people eat twice a day. Your body is your body, right? But what's happening now, because people are working from home, is they're just going to the fridge and grazing any old time. Someone recently told me that someone says, now I'm back. So I must have come and went. Something must be down. Nancy, what's up? What was I just going to say about the grazing? Oh, someone said to me recently that they've been doing the Peloton and working out harder than ever, but they've gained 10 pounds because they're constantly just going to the fridge and grazing all day. So you have to get on whatever schedule's good for your body, but you can't be just snacking all day, because then you're eating for the wrong reasons, not because you're hungry. One of the things that my cardiologist told me to do is she said, the liver needs a 12-hour rest every night. So if you eat dinner at 6 o'clock, you shouldn't eat breakfast till at least 6:30 the next morning, right? Because I get up sometimes 5:30 to eat. And so she said, and also eating at night is really bad for you. And so during COVID, I kind of stopped eating breakfast. And then I wouldn't even get hungry until like 11:30 or 12. So think about it. If I had dinner at 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, yeah. So I was like 16 hours between meals. And that apparently is very good for your liver to have a break so it can process everything. The problem for me is I'm an ectomorph, naturally tall and skinny. So it's hard for me to keep weight on. So I'm always in like, do I do 18 hours of not eating, that intermittent fasting, and then waste away skinny mini? Or do I eat more often? So for me, I'm always trying to figure out what is the balance of it all. Instagram is still not happening because I don't see any comments. I don't know what's going on with Instagram. And Friday with Mateo, says he or she is fasting 6 days a week. Sunday's your cheat day. The research I've seen on healthy brains and intelligence, the neuroplasticity, the blooming and pruning of our neurotransmitters, is out of the University of British Columbia. And they're saying, do a 24-hour fast every 8 days. That's absolutely the best thing for your brain health. Because what happens is when you go into a little bit of starvation mode, your brain actually gets smarter. Because back in our hunter-gatherer times, we didn't have Ralph's, Gelson's, Trader Joe's on every corner, right? We were hunting and searching for food constantly. And some days there'd be some bad days where we couldn't find any food. And so as a result, we would have fallen out of evolution's chain if you had a bad day and then you just got weak and tired. Instead, what our brain does in the short term is it gets smarter. It gets rid of neurotransmitters. It prunes them. It blooms new ones. So you can go, there's no food in this tree. Maybe I'll go to another tree. Maybe I will go over there and kill something. And Friday with Mateo says, fasting, no sugar, little rice, pasta bread. This is known as autophagy. Nobel Prize in Medicine, 2016. Well, I don't do any of those except for that date you just saw me eat. Generally, I don't eat sugar. I don't eat any white stuff. I don't eat bread. I don't eat pasta. I don't eat rice. By the way, when I was up in Oregon recently, there's a bakery company called Franz Bakery, and I found some keto bread that tastes normal because I've tried every brand of keto bread out there, and they crumble and fall apart. And they're made with coconut flour, almond flour. I don't want to hear that their bread's a lie because I've finally been able to return to grilled cheese sandwiches the odd time or something to put my almond butter on, right? And Renee says that anxiety makes her appetite null, so she's not snacking or eating. Yeah, you know, some people do the opposite. When you have anxiety, you either eat too much or not enough. Exactly. Yes, Kareem, you're right. Fasting can increase your lifespan. This is what the research is showing. I don't know about this, Scott. I will say this. He's talking about coronavirus. Oh, look, your comment so long it goes right over my face. I'm gone. He says, eating healthy pro and prebiotic foods will make a huge difference. If you do get infected with coronavirus, yes, you want to do everything possible to avoid getting it in the first place. And the vitamin D, my doctor put me on a bigger dose of vitamin D specifically to boost my immune system during this time. And also, yes, because what are we talking about? We're talking about an anti-inflammation diet, right? And inflammation is the ultimate killer. And your immune system works best if you have very little inflammation. So absolutely, get rid of the white stuff. Get rid of the sugar. You can do it. Who does? Oh, I love Dr. Nancy Irwin. Have you guys go to her website, Dr. Nancy Irwin? She's a hypnotherapist who has really great results with all kinds of things, anxiety, depression, but especially quitting smoking. And she came to my class at Cal State Channel Islands one time and hypnotized the whole class. Yeah, very interesting, her work. Anyway, she says, Outer Isle makes very low carb pizza crusts and sandwich thins. That's good to know because unfortunately, a lot of the cauliflower crusts that they sell at Trader Joe, if you read it, they also mix in corn and rice flour. So low gluten-free, by the way, does not mean low carb. It just means it doesn't have wheat in it, right? So good advice, Dr. Nancy, and you guys should all look up. Oh, Ezekiel. Okay, so this sightseer Ezekiel bread that I've seen is sold in the frozen section, but I think it's mostly seed bread and I think it still has some wheat in it. It's still a whole lot better than some damn old Wonder Bread or something that's high gluten and high wheat. So, oh, thank you, Nancy. Anybody else have anything? I'm really worried about Instagram because there's no comments, and usually Instagram is just full, but then a heart came. It's weird that the comments aren't flowing. What if I touch my screen? Oh, they just don't move. Look, you're all down there at the bottom and it's not moving. I'm going to have my 17-year-old sit here and read your comments because there's lots and I'll read them later. Oh, look at them all. Now they're doing, as long as I swipe them. You are so organized with a highlighter. Of course. When you print out a bunch of notes, you need a highlighter. Of course you do. Somebody last week asked me about my lip gloss, by the way. I'm going to put Friday with Mateo back up. And it's just L'Oreal from CVS, and it's number 815. Can you read that? 815. 815. L'Oreal. It's cheap, but I like it. So it's funny that the comments, do I use turmeric? Yes, I do use turmeric. And that day that I had a sick stomach and I sauteed some onions and asparagus and a few other things that was on that list. I put a few teaspoons of turmeric in it too. Okay, let me see these comments that don't fly up. You make your own yogurt at home? Well, that's really cool. And somebody asked me about KFI. Okay, so this Sunday, my show's going to be 3 hours long from 4 till 7 on KFI AM 640. So make sure you tune in. If you're not local from LA, you can log in anywhere on the iHeartRadio app I think you just put Dr. Wendy Walsh show. But let's see what else we have. I don't know why it's not sliding up. Oh, they're guessing where I'm going to eat tonight. Dark secret place. I'm going to eat out on a cliff. There's going to be wind. And thank you for the nice thing. Am I vegan? No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I need a lot of if I were vegan, do you want to know how skinny I would be? I'm sorry to say. I say a prayer of sadness and thanks to the poor animal who's giving their life to mine. But everybody's biology is different, okay? And I have a problem with my insulin receptor, and it does not make enough insulin. And so as a result, I have to be completely low carb. If you're vegan and you're low carb, what's left to eat? Vegetables are carbs. The white stuff are carbs. I eat a high fat diet. So I eat a ton of dairy. Dairy's not for everybody, but for me it is. And I'm 100% organic. Please, I'm so worried about that. I get a farmer's